Yes.
It's a good day. The sun is shining. I have set myself at the place with the most light in my house. So I hope you're trying to enjoy the good weather a little bit as well. So I'm excited about this day. I was asked by Maureen, I think you all know Maureen, to help you introduce and present this day. So Maureen, I'm just making sure, do I continue in English right now?
English, Dutch.
English or Dutch?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And French.
And French as well. Bonjour tout le monde. Bonjour pour ceux qui
Bonjour.
parlent français.
Juste un peu
Ceux qui
plus
parlent
fort.
français néerlandais.
Ouais.
Hallo iedereen, goedemiddag. Et ben voilà. Merci déjà d'être présent aujourd'hui. Thank you to be present today. I think it's a very good day to talk about food because tomorrow is spring. I don't know if you know, tomorrow is 21st of March, dus morgen begint de lente. Dus dat betekent de tuinen, de bloemetjes, de groenten, the vegetables, the flowers, everything is starting to grow, starting tomorrow. Let's hope so. So today we're here because Africana Flavor is an event that gathers people to share about the African cuisine, but also African food. So like ingredients, the vegetables, but also the recipes. And so the African kitchen has been influenced from different cultures as well. Excuse me? I thought someone asked something. Maybe I heard something.
No, carry.
Okay, so the African cuisine has been influenced by other cultures as well, but I think we can say that there is a big basis, a ground basis that can be found in the African countries itself. And so you had the Arab merchants who came to Africa, but you also had the white colonizers back in the day who also went there. And so you still have a lot of African recipes, cuisines, but also with ingredients and touches from elsewhere. But even now, when there is a lot, zelfs nu dat er eigenlijk een grote aanwezigheid van mensen van Afrikaanse afkomst hier in België is. Donc, même s'il y a quand même une grande présence de personnes d'origine africaine en Belgique ou en Europe, on remarque que en fait, les Européens, que ce soit les Belges ou les Français ou les Hollandais, kennen eigenlijk niet zo goed de Afrikaanse keuken. Dus er zijn heel veel Europeanen en heel veel Afrikanen in alle Europese landen rond ons, maar die eigenlijk de Afrikaanse keuken niet genoeg kennen. Donc le but de Africana Flavours, c'est de faire connaître la cuisine africaine, les ingrédients, les recettes aux Européens avec qui nous vivons ici en Belgique et dans les pays voisins. Et donc, avec cette journée, le but est vraiment aussi de pas seulement parler de la nourriture, mais aussi de tout ce qu'on partage autour de la nourriture, la culture, les communautés, les repas, et surtout aussi le fait que ne pas oublier que la cuisine et les repas sont des choses qu'on partage souvent en famille, en grand nombre. So we have to remind ourselves also that, especially in the Southern cultures, food and meals, sitting around a meal is also a community tradition. It can be with your family, but it can also be like with the church. It can also be with, so I think that is something that's in European culture. Food has had another, has been promoted in another way. Like when we talk about European food, we talk about the chefs, about the stars, about the Michelin stars, about, you know, while in the other countries, you can see it's very, it's a community thing. It's not about who is the best cook, who is the best recipe. It's about sharing, having a good time together, and also a healthy time, like eating healthy food and have a good time together. So I'm not gonna hold you any longer. Let me start by, I think I can already introduce the first speaker, Maureen. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let me just get the right. Yes. So we will have first speakers. So before even having to talk, even before having the cooks, we will also start by introducing the co-organizers of this event today. We have Timo van Tergem van Gemeenschapscentrum Nekkersdal, who is a social cultural worker and has organized this event with Sankaa Visitway, with Marine Douro, with the Foodbridge Visitway, excuse me. And we also have Anne-Sophie de Nijer, who is of the Cel Internationale Solidariteit Stad Brussel, or also Cellule Solidarité Internationale de Bruxelles. So I think I don't... are you also going to say something, or going to introduce yourself to the group? Yes.
Just
Okay.
a few words. Our session is not going to be as long as the other sessions.
Okay.
Everyone, my name is Maureen. I'm from the Foodbridge. I welcome each and every one of you to Africana Flavours 2021. We are all aware that we are living in a peculiar time because of the COVID pandemic. We can't meet physically, so we have to find other ways of meeting and still holding events that bring us together, that reflect the things that we value. This is the 6th edition of Africana Flavours. And the idea behind Africana Flavours is to celebrate the African cuisine, the diversity, the vibrancy, the spices, and all the influences from our history, like Primrose have already mentioned. Organizing this event will not be possible without the support of our partners. So we are truly grateful to Sankaa, we are grateful to Nekkersdal, and also to International Solidarity for their support. A lot of you that are here, you are aware of the African cuisine, but unlike the cuisine from other parts of the world, that Africa and Europe we've had, the influence of the African cuisine in the European space is quite limited. And the idea of Africana Flavour is to introduce as many people as possible to African cuisine, have them taste it, have them. The African diasporas are playing a lot of role in promoting the food culture, but it's not food culture. For you to have a vibrant food culture, there should be availability of the products that you need to maintain this food culture. So the African diasporas are not just consumers, they are also producers. They support farmers in rural areas. They have projects in Africa in the agro-food sector, that has sustainability, but security. They are helping the fight against poverty. And we have speakers from the diaspora who will explain what they're doing, how, but also the agro-food sector in Africa. So I welcome each and every one of you. I hope you will also stop by and Nekkersdal later today to pick a bag of African food ingredients so that you can try it, you can try at home to recreate some of the cuisines that is part of our food culture. Thank you very much. So now, Primrose, so I hand back over to you. It's now Timo and Sophie. A word from Timo.
Great. I don't know who wants to start, Timo or Anne-Sophie? Are you saying Anne-Sophie, you can go because I don't see Timo, so you can go first, Anne-Sophie.
You're on mute. Okay.
I know. So I think you can hear me now.
Yeah.
Okay. It's nice to meet you, Maureen. To see
Oh,
you.
yes, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. En I don't know if ik had het een beetje voorbereid in het Nederlands.
Yeah, well, doe maar. Yeah.
Het gemakkelijkste voor mij. Dus ik ben Sophie de Nijer. Ik werk op de stad Brussel. De stad Brussel die heeft een dienst internationale solidariteit. Al een aantal jaren, ik denk een 15-tal jaren. En waarom doen wij dat? Omdat wij eigenlijk vanuit de stad wel overtuigd zijn dat wij ergens verbonden zijn met de wereld. Dat dingen die elders gebeuren een impact hebben op onze stad en andersom. Ik denk zeker vanuit Brussel of een grootstad is er toch wel, zijn er heel veel linken met wat er gebeurt. Onder andere ook in Afrika.
Oké, Anne-Sophie, ik ga eventjes onderbreken and I will translate shortly, just short in English for the English speaking persons. Is that good? Okay, great. So Anne-Sophie works at International Solidarity in Brussels. And she says from her office, they find it important to be linked to the other cultures in the city, but also around the world, but who are also in Brussels and in Belgium. Yes.
Oké, dan in het kort. Dus ja, wij steunen, ik denk, Foodbridge VZW. Dus het is misschien belangrijk om even te melden. VZW's kunnen subsidies aanvragen bij de stad voor dergelijke evenementen. En wij vonden dit ook een heel leuk uitgangspunt om te vertrekken vanuit voeding. Voeding is essentieel, ook in internationale solidariteit. Zoals je al zei, is het belangrijk om het delen, de commons, wat hebben we gemeenschappelijk. Dus wij vonden dat een hele goede insteek om samen te komen. En ook eens te kijken van, kijk, hoe zit dat met de boeren in Afrika? Hoe zit dat met de Europese consumenten hier? En dus die link te maken.
Okay, just a second. Yeah. So Anne-Sophie was saying that with her office called International Solidarity in Brussels, they support all kinds of initiatives by associations linked to Solidarity International, international solidarity, sorry. Yeah. And so associations can go and ask for financial support to host events or have a gathering or, do something for a bigger public. And did I miss something? I think
I said it was important. We liked on this project the way that she used food, as an entry point to get people together and to start talking about these exchanges between European consumers and African farmers. Maybe I'll go on just a last word in English, just to know that the city of Brussels, we have like 186 different nationalities. I think after the city of Dubai, we are the most multicultural city in the world. So that makes it very interesting. And I think we're very proud of that. So I wish you good luck. I'll maybe not be able to stay until the end. And I regret that I will not be able to get the food package. But anyway, I wish you a nice afternoon. Timo, ik ga het woord aan jou laten, dan is dat goed.
Sophie, I'm just checking, est-ce qu'il y a des gens qui parlent français? Est-ce qu'il y a des gens qui ont besoin de traduction ou ça va?
Moi, je comprends, je parle français, mais je comprends
anglais?
En gros, oui.
D'accord, okay. Then we can continue with Timo. If he's here. Do you hear me? No?
No, t'entends.
Yes, you hear me. Okay. And do we know if Timo is here? I don't see his name.
Yes, Timo is here.
Is he here?
Je pense qu'il est en mute. Il est en mute.
Timo, you're on mute. Okay, he's okay now.
Oh, yes. Okay, I see him now. I'm sorry, Timo. Hi.
Timo staat nog op mute, je moet je unmuten.
Alsjeblieft. Thanks. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I had some internet problems, but okay. So my name is Timo, and my colleague, bienvenue, over there. And we are working for Nekkersdal, which is socio-cultural center in Laken, Brussels. And our aim is to support initiatives of people living in Brussels that want to organize things. Over a period of time, we have come to organize less ourselves, but we want to support more the people that need some support or need a building to do something. And so that's why I'm also glad to help in this project. Misschien kan ik het ook even in het Nederlands zeggen. We zijn een gemeenschapscentrum in Laken. En over de jaren heen zijn we steeds meer beginnen andere projecten te ondersteunen van burgers en van lokale organisaties die nood hebben aan ruimte of hulp om iets te organiseren of die dat in ons gebouw willen doen. En dat doen wij nu steeds meer in plaats van zelf allemaal nieuwe activiteiten te organiseren. Dus we zijn altijd op zoek naar interessante partnerschappen en vooral met de focus op mensen samen te brengen, mensen elkaar te leren kennen en uitwisseling te doen. So we like to focus on exchange and people getting to know each other. And certainly in the COVID era and also soon the post-corona era, it seems important that people don't lose touch and continue to get to know each other. That's about it.
Thank you, Timo. I think that was clear for everybody. Thank you for your explanation. And Maureen, do we continue?
So, Bienvenue and me will be here all day waiting for you to get. See you.
We don't hear you very well, Timo. I think you have to repeat your last sentence.
Ik denk dat het gedaan is.
Do you hear us, Timo?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I hear you.
Okay, we didn't hear your last phrase before you stood up. What were you saying?
That everybody is welcome here today to get some food packages and to cook at home yourself, and that Bienvenue and me will be here all day to welcome you and have some talks as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Okay, well, after the introduction of Anne-Sophie and Timo, we would like to call one of the ladies, I think Dr. Suzanne Awung, who also lives in Belgium and is originary from Cameroon.
Oh, yeah.
So I would like to introduce you, and also one of our second speakers is Mrs. Zilipa Nyirabiago.
Okay.
Did I say it well?
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so we would like to also leave you, let you talk about so before, maybe, I'm sorry, I wanted to say your names, but Dr. Suzanne Awung, she founded the nonprofit The Forgotten Green Heroes and Susie Farms Cameroon. So she works with farmers on the countryside, and she promotes sustainable agriculture. So Dr. Suzanne, I can give you the word.
Yeah, good day, everybody, and thank you, Dr. Duru and the rest, for giving me the opportunity to share about my passion. I will say my passion because my blood, my veins, farming runs into it. So I'm really happy with what I'm doing. So I have my professional life, but that's my passion. So it's all about me. I don't know if I can share my screen. Yes, you can now. I just made you a co-host. You can share your screen.
Okay. How do they do it?
You see the green dot, share screen.
Are
Yes,
you people getting, is it on?
yes, yes.
Okay, this is my first time sharing my screen. Sorry for that, but I hope you people are seeing now.
Yes.
So I will be talking about the Forgotten Green Heroes and Susie Farm. It all started, I will just give a short history, maybe 1 minute. It just started in 2016 when I was set out to do my PhD. Actually, I wanted to see how local communities members are involved in conserving the Mount Cameroon National Park. Then in that research, I found out that so many local people were not engaging in the conservation project because of food insecurity. Most of them were poor and because of malnourishment. Then I was like, they can't actually engage practically in the conservation of the forest because that's like their source of food. So I came up to advocate for the local farmers and say, no, we cannot just send them out of the forest and say we want to conserve food. So what we have to do is to look for alternative livelihood for them so that they will be able to feed and get interest in conserving the forest. So that was one of the main things that made me to start saying, let me organize something. So I end up calling them the Forgotten Green Heroes because I still believe that the forest is the way it is today because the local farmers who are there living in the forest and facing all the challenges were able to conserve it for the way it is now. But most often, we don't look at them as if they are conservators. Instead, we look at them as if they are destroying the forest, or which it is the timber exploiters who sign big deals with the government that usually goes into cut down the big timbers. The local farmers will just come in now to cultivate their food, which is a surviving strategy also for them. So when these challenges were identified, I now team up with some of the local farmers who were in that area to try to see how we can try to enhance food security, eliminate poverty, and also look for them alternatives so that they will be able to generate money and maybe be able to do agriculture in a more sustainable way that they can increase yield in a small piece of land. In so doing, they will not be clearing much land to get the food in it. So that's why we team up and we created the Forgotten Green Heroes to try to see how we can make the community more resilient and increase food, alleviate poverty, and also help the farmers also to make money to improve their own well-being and also to reduce climate change issue because there were so many threats like drought and all these things. Even though climate change is a global issue, but most of the time local farmers in Africa, they are the ones that suffer most about it. So the strategy that we developed to try to solve this problem was to introduce mixed crop farming and try to nurse fruit trees so that these farmers could plant in their fruit crop farms. Because when they plant the fruit tree in their crop farms, they have enough fruit which they can eat and get so much minerals and vitamins from it, and they can sell some of the fruit to get more money to feed their family. We also started with animal husbandry because we deal mostly with organic farming. So this is a sort of integrated farming in such a way that we train the farmers on animal husbandry so that they can get extra income from selling the animals. And instead of going to the forest to hunt animals, they should be able to raise their own animals in their houses and eat some, then sell some to get money also. And I discovered that there were so many rivers in those villages, but then they have no knowledge about aquaculture. If they go to the streams and harvest all the fishes, and when the fishes are finished, at the end of the day, they don't have more fish to eat. So we start training them on aquaculture, animal husbandry, and encouraging them to try plant fruit trees so as to increase the amount of food that is harvested per unit hectare of land. So here you can see that is the Susie farms that we actually open, giving training, is the training site. So there, what we do is that we use mostly local materials. We use this local material because it is something that the local farmers will be able to emulate. They can have it free of charge. because most often those in the local communities, they don't have the money to go and buy maybe steel cages, which are very expensive, or to do farming in a way that will increase more cost. So what we do is that we go to the community, we look at what is at the community. How can we adapt this thing that we have in order to make animal husbandry, you know, and to raise birds in such a way that it will not be so costly to the farmers that they can engage. So that's why you see most of our cages are with bamboo, because bamboo is available everywhere. And they can use this bamboo to build their cages, and they won't really have a problem with it. So as of this moment, we train them on piggery, how to raise broilers, and how to even hatch their own chicken with kerosene lamp and hot sand. You don't need an incubator, because in villages, most of them, they don't even have electricity to start talking about incubator, and they cannot buy incubators. So with their streams also, we produce fingerlings, catfish fingerlings, and we train them on that so that they can put in their streams. And within 6 months, they have tons and tons of fish that they can dry some and eat to solve the problem of malnutrition, and also to sell some to generate income for themselves and alleviate poverty. We also have a nursery where we nurse most of these seeds for them to take. And so we have mostly fruit trees that we nurse and give it to them so that they can plant in their crop farms and make extra income for it. And we also have a farm that we bought for ourselves, and we are planting them. Normally, when we buy a land, we don't buy virgin forest because we are against deforestation. We go to the area that has the timber has already been exploited, which is like bare land. And when we take the bare land, what we do is that we plant fruit trees on it, because we believe that if fruit trees are there, we will have so many sources of income. We will be able to use the folders of this thing for animal feed. We will be able also to sell the fruit trees and also to generate income, and they will be also able to eat some, you know, to enhance malnutrition, which as of now we have been able to really reduce the rate of malnutrition within the farmers that are participating in this project. And it will be very foolish for somebody to sign a consensus, as they usually do with timbers, for maybe an exporter to come and cut down the trees. So when the fruit trees are there, we know that that fruit trees will not be cut down because it is producing fruit. And at the same time, it is helping with climate change, because it's trying to sequester some of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere at the same time. So I see planting of fruit trees as the best way to preserve the forest and also generate income and solve the problem of food insecurity, especially in sub-Saharan Africa. So you can see me in action. Even if I'm here, every year I spend at least 2 months on the field doing the training on the ground. So this was last year where we were in Gatame farm. You can see me with some of the workers there. And when we plant these crops, we make sure we don't till it. We do it with zero tillage. We don't till the soil. You can see the egusi is planted, we just clear and we plant. The mangoes, we just clear and we plant. And we also teach farmers how to space these crops, because a farmer who has about 1 hectare of land and is planting just like 200 plantains and saying he's a farmer, he's actually not a farmer, because that's subsistence farming. If he can plant at least 1,666 bunches of suckers of plantains in that 1 hectare of land, it will mean that he's planting at a distance of, as a spacing of 2 by 3, which will be able to increase more tons of plantains will be harvested in that small piece of land, rather than just planting a few and say you are farming. So these are the type of spacing technique that we teach the farmers for them to implement to increase their yield on a small piece of land. And this has also helped them not to go and be clearing much land to get the food, because on that small piece of land, you can get at least 4 or 5 times more than the food that they usually harvest. And what we train them is purely organic. We don't use fertilizers, we don't use pesticides, we don't use herbicides, because I just discovered that so much research has been done on natural pesticides and natural herbicides. But then the local farmers, they don't know this one because there is a gap between the research that has been done on agriculture and the practice that local farmers are doing on the ground. So what Suzy Farm comes in now is to bridge that gap. We read all the research that has been done. We get all what works at local level. We go down on the field, meet with these local farmers and train them on how to do it without using fertilizer, pesticide, herbicide, and they still get a maximum yield per unit area. So that's why introducing an animal husbandry, training them in animal husbandry is very important, because when they get the animals, they use the waste from the animals to fertilize their farm, and they use the folders from the crops also to feed their animals. So we have actually trained them on using their own local food crops around them, the one they can produce, to formulate feed that will also grow birds, grow animals to be very healthy and very fast, just like modern crops, because most of the time they don't even have money to buy imported feeds.
Okay, Dr. Suzanne, just wanted to let you know we still have a lot, around 3 minutes before we go to the next.
I'll be running up very soon.
Okay, thank you.
So we also introduce them on green manure. Green manure is what? You know the type of crops to plant, like 3 sister crops. We know that beans can help to fertilize a farm. And maybe you plant it alongside with maize so that the fertility of the soil will be maintained. So these are the type of things that we train local farmers, and they are very happy with it. So the challenges we are facing now is how to process and store most of this food, because we are actually trained. We have almost 1,000 local farmers that are in the program now, and they have their own various farms that when they go through this training, they will be they go and practice it in the farms. Now the yield is much, but how do we process them and we store them so that they don't get bad? And the marketing also, because food problem in Africa is a very big problem that we have to join with the local farmers together, mix modern techniques and local knowledge to see how we can enhance the food in the market. And exporting it too is another problem. So actually, Suzy Farm at this moment is actually in need of looking for ways that we can bring most of this food to Europe and sell them. Because at the end of it, when you train farmers to increase their yield and teach them all these techniques, and they are doing it and the food is much, we need a market for those foods. And the food is mostly purely organic. So maybe we'll look for somebody who can help us to go through getting an organic certification and how we can export this food, because at the end of it, there are most Africans there that we need to eat organic food just as we are in Africa. So we'll be looking for ways to transport the food here, to export the food here for marketing. And I think there are some people here who will be able to give us a lead on that. So this project has a lot of environmental and socio-economic impact, because we actually involve local farmers as consumers, producers. They are also distributors, and they are also employees. And this has helped to create local employment and increase income, which they are able to alleviate poverty, maybe pay for their children's school fees and education also. It has helped also to improve livelihood, health, well-being, and it has also helped them to be able to adapt to the threat of the climate change and reduce the pressure on the forests. So it is a very good project, because it also helps us to restore ecosystem biodiversity, as well as improve the well-being of human beings. So it will be a great pleasure if there is a way where we can get some of this food to the Belgian market, so that we have a taste of the organic food. You know, usually they taste different. So okay. I think Maureen, next time when you are doing your kitchen in 2022, Suzy Farm will be able to provide you some of the food, so that when you cook, then you taste and make a difference with the one you buy from Matonge. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Suzanne. Thank you. Okay, then we go to the next speaker. That is Miss Zilipa Nyirabiago.
Okay.
So you are the founder of Solidev, which is also a non-profit association, and you work as a social entrepreneur in also agriculture in Rwanda, in the Lake Kivu area, if I'm correct.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I share the...
Yes, you can also share your screen if Maureen gives
that
you...
it is deactivated? J'ai l'impression que c'est désactivé.
Non, vous voyez le bouton vert en bas?
Oui, oui, je l'ai, mais c'est écrit l'animateur est désactivé. Le partage d'écran.
Voilà, maintenant vous êtes co-host. Normalement, maintenant vous pouvez partager.
Oui. OK.
Ça marche?
Attendez.
It should be okay now, Zilipa.
Just move your cursor under the screen, under
It's
the Zoom, you'll see it.
It's green in color.
C'est OK? Vous
Non,
l'avez?
non.
Non?
Vous devez cliquer encore une fois sur le bouton vert. Share.
Allez, je refais. Tchup, tchup. Oui, oui.
Voilà.
Ça va? OK. Ça va. Alors, sorry, I will speak in French. So, c'est la diversité en Belgique et je vais en profiter pour mettre un peu de français dans l'animation d'aujourd'hui.
Okay, and I will just ask, are there people who need translation in English to follow? If you don't need translation, then I will just let Ms. Zilipa speak. Okay, thank you. Merci, allez-y.
Merci. Mon nom, c'est Zilipa Nyirabiago. Je suis d'origine rwandaise et je vis à Asse, en Belgique, depuis 2000. Donc, je suis coordinatrice de l'association Solidev. Et Solidev est une association qui refuse la faim et la pauvreté. Nous estimons que la pauvreté est vraiment évitable et c'est pour ça que Solidev existe. Depuis 2006, Solidev collabore avec des villages, très étroitement avec des villages au Rwanda, avec des agriculteurs. Avec l'expérience que la diaspora rwandaise a pu acquérir ici en Belgique, nous essayons de proposer, de suggérer des innovations pour proposer des solutions, résoudre des problèmes, surtout liés à l'alimentation, à la nourriture au Rwanda. Et donc, accès à la sécurité alimentaire, générer des emplois, surtout dans les chaînes de valeur agricoles, et beaucoup intégrer les personnes vulnérables dans cette chaîne de production. Nous avons au niveau de Solidev 3 projets principaux sur lesquels qui vont intervenir dans la présentation aujourd'hui. Le tout premier projet est un projet qui s'appelle Mutualité IFESA, qui s'occupe de la communauté, des associations, de groupements, surtout de femmes, et qui sont impliquées surtout dans les mutuelles de santé. Pour le moment, nous avons plus de 4000 membres. Dans cette mutualité, les personnes font de l'épargne dans la coopérative, Kivu Farms Coopérative, pour avoir des micro-investissements dans l'agriculture et pour pouvoir générer des revenus. Et donc, le deuxième projet dont je vais parler, c'est la chaîne de valeur des champignons. Et c'est un projet qui est basé sur l'agriculture à l'intérieur. Et le troisième activité de Solidev, c'est les transferts d'argent. Et donc, la communauté rwandaise, surtout la diaspora rwandaise, est très sollicitée par la famille et par les Rwandais pour tout ce qui est tous les problèmes de la vie quotidienne, ce qui est la santé. Quand quelqu'un est malade, il faut toujours que la personne de la diaspora mette la main dans la poche pour pouvoir intervenir. Et donc, nous essayons d'encourager la diaspora rwandaise à à s'impliquer plutôt dans les transferts de techniques, de technologies, dans les transferts d'argent, mais pour créer de l'emploi et pas envoyer de l'argent frais. Donc, le projet dont je vais parler, c'est la production des champignons comestibles, des pleurotes, sur la pulpe de café. Et comment est né ce projet? C'est en 2017, j'étais allée au Rwanda et on parlait justement de la mutuelle de santé, parce qu'au Rwanda, toute la population est affiliée à une mutuelle de santé et peut payer l'équivalent de 5 € par personne par an pour avoir accès aux soins de santé toute l'année. Mais ce qui se passe, c'est qu'il est difficile pour une famille, disons de 5 personnes, de payer les 25 € à temps pour toute la famille. Et je me suis rendu compte que même les planteurs de café, qui sont visiblement les personnes qui ont le plus de revenus au Rwanda, n'arrivent pas à payer cette mutuelle de santé. Et donc, j'étais étonnée. Et donc, j'essayais de voir pourquoi est-ce que ils sont tellement pauvres qu'ils ne peuvent pas payer la mutuelle de santé. Donc, j'ai remarqué, en parlant avec eux, qu'ils ont des revenus seulement une fois par an, et c'est au mois d'avril, mai, à la récolte du café. Et tout ce qu'ils peuvent gagner, c'est l'équivalent de environ 250 € par an par famille. Et cet argent est tout de suite dépensé pour rembourser les crédits que la famille a pris au courant de l'année précédente. Et donc, du coup, quand le mois de juin arrive pour payer la mutuelle de santé, eh bien, le chef de famille n'a plus d'argent parce qu'il n'a plus de recettes. Alors, le Rwanda est un tout petit pays qui est très peuplé. Et donc, quand la famille a planté des caféiers, il n'a plus de terre pour l'agriculture vivrière. Et donc, du coup, il n'y avait pas d'autres ressources pour pouvoir continuer l'agriculture ou cultiver d'autres produits agricoles. Et les seules ressources que moi j'ai vues dans les environs étaient les déchets de café, qui sont des grosses quantités de déchets de café, de pulpe de café, qui restent après le lavage du café avant l'exportation. Et donc, je me suis dit que peut-être il y avait quelque chose à faire avec ces déchets, peut-être qu'il y a moyen de les recycler. Et justement, ici en Belgique, il y a beaucoup de coopératives qui cultivent le café qui cultivent les champignons sur les mares de café. Il y a une coopérative à Touré Taxi. Il y en a plein d'autres aussi sur toute la Belgique. Et donc, j'ai essayé de faire des formations pour pouvoir comprendre comment est-ce qu'on pourrait aussi recycler ces déchets et pour produire des cafés. Et donc, c'était aussi l'occasion pour les paysans de pouvoir consommer quelque chose qui vient du café, parce que les Rwandais ne boivent pas de café. Et donc, du coup, c'était aussi l'occasion de produire quelque chose, de produire des aliments à base de ces déchets. Et donc, ce qui se passe, c'est que cette année, en 2020, nous avons, au niveau du projet, nous avons pu collecter 40 tonnes de pulpe de café. Cette pulpe de café est séchée et nous ensemençons, il y a de la semence de champignons qui s'appelle le mycélium. Et quand la pulpe est... et alors, il y a des jardins pour produire ces champignons. Ici en bas, vous voyez qu'après la récolte des champignons, il y a encore des restes de ces pulpes de café, mais qui peuvent encore être utilisés, donc encore être recyclés en utilisant la vermiculture, donc en introduisant des vers de terre dessus, des vers de compost qu'on appelle, et produire de l'engrais, un vrai compost, vraiment c'est un engrais organique. Alors cet engrais est réutilisé, encore une fois, pour produire des légumes, ici en bas à gauche, mais aussi pour faire des plants de café. Et donc, le cycle est maintenant fermé. Et donc, il n'y a rien qui se perd dans le projet. Alors, j'ai essayé de relever les impacts de notre projet depuis 2 ans. Le projet a permis à plus de 150 petits agriculteurs à générer des revenus et à vraiment créer un petit emploi parce que la culture des champignons peut se faire toute l'année, d'autant plus qu'il se fait à l'intérieur. Et donc, les champignons, les pleurotes, au lieu d'être cueillis dans les forêts 2 fois par an, sont disponibles toute l'année et sur le marché. Et c'est un très bon aliment pour accompagner les patates douces, les bananes vertes, les pommes de terre, le riz. Donc, tu peux accompagner tous les aliments. Et donc, il est vendu au niveau des petits marchés locaux. Le deuxième impact, c'est vraiment la sécurité alimentaire. Donc, une femme qui a un petit jardin de 4 mètres carrés peut avoir des champignons à vendre, mais aussi pour faire le repas de tous les jours à la maison. Pour pouvoir avoir des champignons tout le reste de l'année, eh bien, la partie qui a été vendue permet à l'agricultrice de pouvoir acheter des semences pour la suite et donc il réinvestit dans la continuation de son jardin. Mais la culture des champignons est aussi quelque chose, une activité qui est accessible aux femmes. Ici, vous avez à droite une maman. Elle a eu un accident de voiture. Elle a eu son bras presque cassé, il n'utilise plus. Et il y a aussi une jambe. Mais elle peut travailler sur son petit jardin de champignons parce qu'elle peut utiliser un seul bras et donc elle peut avoir des revenus. Et donc, c'est vraiment une activité qui est praticable par les personnes en disabilité. Alors, la culture des champignons dans ce projet est intéressante parce que les femmes qui arrivent à épargner chaque année, comme j'ai parlé de notre projet de IFESA, de la mutualité IFESA, à la récolte, les femmes épargnent une partie de leurs recettes dans leur caisse de solidarité. Et donc, à la fin, au mois de juin, quand elles doivent payer la mutuelle de santé, c'est un paiement collectif qui se fait pour tout le monde. Et donc, elles peuvent juste demander à la responsable financière de leur groupement de payer au nom de la personne qui a cotisé. Alors, comme on a dit, la nourriture, c'est vraiment aussi un élément pour le partage. Eh bien, une fois par an, quand les femmes ont fini de payer leur mutuelle de santé, c'est un grand événement et il y a toujours une fête pour célébrer le projet, célébrer l'activité et célébrer la capacité des femmes à se prendre en charge, surtout au niveau de la mutuelle de santé. Alors, pour l'environnement, le projet a pu, comme j'ai dit, permettre de recycler 40 tonnes de pulpe de café. Normalement, ces pulpes de café auraient pu rester dans la nature et ils sont difficiles à désintégrer. Et donc, du coup, c'est des sources très importantes d'émissions de carbone. Alors, ce projet a aussi permis de créer ce fertilisant organique qui est bon pour la bonne santé du sol. Alors, l'année passée, avec le Covid, il y a eu tellement de problèmes de conservation des produits parce que la vente était difficile avec le confinement. Ce qui fait que beaucoup de nos planteurs ont perdu leur investissement. Alors, cette année, nous espérons pouvoir réaliser le processing, la transformation des champignons, à commencer par le séchage. Nous avons déjà commencé de faire une poudre qui est souvent utilisée comme condiment dans les aliments. Mais nous allons aussi faire la poudre de champignons à utiliser comme sauce et aussi comme soupe. Et donc, pour le moment, j'ai déjà fait des tests moi-même ici. Et là, c'est une sauce de champignons que j'ai pu réaliser. Et avec l'accompagnement et l'appui des étudiants de Humasol, ça c'est des étudiants de KU Leuven qui font food science, nous sommes en train de développer cette sauce et nous espérons qu'au mois de juin, juillet, on pourra lancer.
Dans quelques minutes, dans 2 minutes environ.
Je vous remercie, j'ai fini. Et je vous souhaite bon appétit pour le café café rwandais qui est sûrement dans le package qui est offert par Marine.
Merci, merci beaucoup. Merci pour votre présentation. Thank you. Okay, then I think I have as next speaker the lady of Soul Food Mama. I think it's Lina, if I'm correct.
Hello.
Oh, okay, hello. Yes, you're there.
Yes.
So I'm just introducing you. So Soul Food Mama organizes food events and also has branded food products. So I think you'll give us more details about them right now.
Yes, of course. Voila. I would just wanted to ask if I can switch in French or mix both.
Yes,
I don't know.
In French. Miss Zilipa, I have to ask you to stop sharing your screen. Voilà. Si vous pouvez arrêter le partage, comme ça on peut avoir tous les intervenants. Vous devez retourner vers le call, la fenêtre de Zoom. Normalement, vous avez...
est parti?
Voilà, oui, là on est bien. D'accord. Voilà, Lina, tu vas parler en français. Est-ce que c'est OK si je traduis de temps en temps en anglais pour les intervenants en anglais?
Oui, ou alors ce que je vais faire, what I can do is speaking in English.
Yes.
But if I'm losing my words, I will just translate it in French.
Better. That's great.
Because I'm more fluent in French, actually. Yes, so I'm Lina. I started my food concept in 2014 called Soul Food Mama. At first, it was underground dinners because I'm passionate in cooking and learning and mixing flavors. So I started those underground dinners as a just passion to enjoy my time and improve my techniques. So it was private dinners. People don't know each other. They come, they meet, and they start to discover new flavors. The specificity was Afrofusion. So it means I'm making fusion flavors with African recipes and other flavors from the world. Because basically, my mom is half Indian Tanzanian and my father is half Congolese and Belgian. So myself, I'm a mix, and c'est ça qui est ma richesse en fait. And I really love spices, and I'm really proud to be African. That's where Soul Food Mama came. So people start to know each other. They really enjoyed those dinners. But after that, I finished my studies. I was young actually when I started that concept. So when I finished my studies, I had to find a job, regular job, like everyone. So I stopped that. But I started missing those dinners and meeting people and sharing my food and my new recipes. So after that, and sometimes life challenges you. So I've lost my job and I've spent time at home, like thinking about what can I do now. And I remember that those times when I was cooking and enjoying and sharing my recipes and my love through food. So I started to think about going back to Soul Food Mama, but maybe in another dimension. So I stopped those dinners because I had to just, je devais gagner ma vie. C'est normal. So I had that idea of making hot sauces, because one day I was in my sitting room, I was eating and I was like, okay, something is missing in my plate. And I know in Matonge and all those areas you can find hot pepper sauces. I couldn't find something that satisfied me. So I just created my own recipe, and that's how my Soul Food Mama brand really started. And I started to improve and be in the market with my hot pepper sauces. To talk about the gastronomy, African gastronomy and cooking, there is no African cooking. There are different kinds of cooking in Africa, and they are all different from north to south. What you eat in the north of Africa is not what you eat in the center. As I told you, I'm half Tanzanian, and that's my roots. So this is where I basically started to get in touch with spices and cookings. I have some friends from West Africa or even Central Africa. When they try my food, specifically when I put some East African inspiration, they're like, really? This is African food? And I say, yes, because Africa has richness. And to take this example of East Africa, as you guys know, or just a reminder, there is a lot of Indian and Arabic influence in Tanzania, in that area, Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, Seychelles, even all those islands abroad. So that's why I would like to share this richness of Africa, that say that, okay, Africa is not only what you think you know. Africa is really, cooking in Africa is really large and amazing. And I've learned a lot about African flavors and cooking and specificities through my travels, because I really love to travel. And those past 5 years, I only travel in Africa. Not because I don't like other countries or other continents. It's just because when you go, quand vous foulez le sol de l'Afrique, ça reste dans vos tripes. Donc, Africa is in my blood, is in my DNA. That's why I'm really in love with Africa. But when you travel in other continents, or when you discover, even through Google, you can realize that we all have the same base. You can go in Mexico or all those countries over there around Mexico and Latin America, Colombia, for instance, or Brazil. You can find the same, sometimes the same ingredients. They cook maybe differently, but vous ne serez pas dépaysés, parce que finalement, nous avons vraiment tous la même base, et les cuisines, ça se partage et ça se mélange. Donc, quand je vois qu'en Amérique latine, they are using le cumin, l'origan, et des choses qu'on utilise par exemple en Tanzanie ou en Inde, c'est ça qui est super intéressant. Et that's why I started to make that Afrofusion concept more in the light, because c'est ça qui est la richesse. Parce que ma cuisine, quand je faisais les dîners clandestins, le but était de réunir les gens, parce qu'on était dans l'ère où les réseaux sociaux prenaient trop de place, Tinder commençait à prendre trop de place également, donc toutes les rencontres se faisaient autour d'un téléphone et on n'était même pas sûr de qui on allait rencontrer. Et en fait, avec ces dîners, j'ai pu, pendant un petit espace-temps, faire en sorte que les gens se rencontrent dans la réalité et sans se connaître. Donc, ils ne savent pas si la personne elle est grande, elle est petite, elle elle est blonde ou elle est brune, peu importe. Et les connexions se faisaient en live et c'est ça qui était intéressant. Donc voilà, c'est ça que j'essayais de partager à travers le concept de Soul Food Mama, c'est les rencontres, de pouvoir éduquer chacun et de pouvoir connaître la culture de l'autre parce que c'est ça qui nous rassemble. Parce que malheureusement, ce qui nous sépare, c'est l'ignorance, le fait d'ignorer la culture des autres. C'est ça qui nous sépare et finalement, quand les gens venaient à ma table, je les observais de loin quand j'avais fini de les servir et je voyais que vraiment l'alchimie s'opérait. Donc, en fait, en gros, après, donc vers 2018, j'ai lancé la marque Soul Food Mama. I don't know if I can show some products.
Yes, I'm going
Yeah,
to.
sure.
Yeah, just a second.
Okay, so I started with those hot pepper sauces. The first one was the classic pili pili. So this is my brand. We started in 2018. We have 4 different flavors. The main flavors. So the first one, it was the Congolese pili pili. This one is the Jamaican inspiration. It's with mango, thyme, and full of spices, curry spices. So it's inspired by a classic dish in Jamaica called Jamaican curry, actually. And we have this infusion with black truffle. So we have a hot pepper sauce, chili with black truffle. So we have the regular sizes, as you could see. And we have those small sizes. People can discover all the flavors. We did this amazing products during the holidays because it was easier to offer, to make gifts. And that's my products, like the Soul Food Mama brand. But then I met a colleague called Sandrine. She has a black pepper from Kivu, Congo. So when I met her, I was so admirative about her work and she was about mine. And we decided quickly to do something together. So we started a pop-up in Brussels. We had our space to sell our products because we started to have this ambition to grow. So these are Sandrine products, Misao, black pepper from Kivu, Congo. So she also have other kind of pepper. She has white pepper. She has cinnamon. And people don't know that in Africa we have those kind of spices. Some people know about East African, like Tanzania, Zanzibar, they have spices, but it's not really, the Congo is not really known for spices. So I even started to discover my own country with Sandrine about spices. So we started this pop-up concept called Origine et Saveur. Origine because it's important for us to share the origins of our products. Saveur because of the flavors and saveur and everything. And our concept is basically around working with small producers, knowing their stories. Like I just shared with you my story. So when people come to our shop, I feel comfortable to share the story of Sandrine, or we work as well with a cooperative called Asante Mama. She's in Uganda. She works with a lot of women and people in Uganda. So she has a lot of products. So it's really important for us when people come to our shop to share the story of Asante Mama. And we know Pamela, she's behind this Asante Mama cooperative. So it's really important for us to share the story and to reduce the steps between the production and the final customer. And
I will just have to ask you maybe in 2 minutes also to...
Okay. Yes, yeah, I'm almost done. So that's now we are in Brussels, Rue Blaz. We have our corner there, and we'll try to promote African fine products. So we make good selections of products of honey, infusions, plants, teas, coffees. Next week we will probably receive coffee from Ethiopia. And we have also our own productions of bisap. I think you guys know bisap. And we have also our own production of ginger juice. So we have respectively our own products and we have productions in common, so called on the label of Origine et Saveur. So this is where we are now in 2021. I don't know if you guys have questions.
Great. Thank you very much, Lina, for your presentation about Soul Food Mama.
Thank you for having me.
It was very interesting. And so I think now we will move on to the final speaker. Is Miss Jenaba Bangura, who will be demonstrating how to make tropical cocktails. She is also from the African diaspora and originary from Guinea. I'm not sure if she's already, oh yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay,
Hello.
great. Hello, hi.
Hello. My name, as you like you know, is Jenab Fifi Bangura. I'm from Guinea. Normally I'm speaking French, but I'm going to try to speak in English today and in Dutch, dus in Nederlands. Dus zoals ik mijn eigen voorgesteld. Mijn naam is Jenab Fifi Bangura. Ik kom uit Guinea-Conakry. Normaal ben ik Franstalig, maar ik zal mijn best doen om tweetalige of drietalige in te gaan. It's okay for everything? You understand what I mean? Okay.
I think you can mostly speak in English. I think everybody understands English.
Yes, I'm going to do my best to Primoz, because it's not like...
Need help, I'm here.
Oh, thank you. That's good. I enjoy it. Just welcome everybody, and thank you that I can be with you today. And it's like Lina said now, it's something like it's the patience. It's not what we're doing for that I'm doing as my job, because I have another job. But cocktails, as you say, cocktails, people say it's very difficult. It's very many things to do. No, it's very easy. So you're feeling with your hands. This I have very easy recipe that I have here. I'm gonna show you. Before that we begin, we have two possibilities. You have the cocktails that we know with alcohol. You have mocktails, and well, you don't need to do it with alcohol, and you can enjoy that every day. Because you don't need to shame to say it's for alcoholic people. No, it's how you handle that. This before that we're gonna come. I need my assistant Evodia. She's coming. She's gonna help me. This I have my assistant Evodia.
Hi. Hi.
This what is most important is is not only the taste but the presentations. Because you need some glasses like this. You see. And you're gonna ask me what is that one? It's syrup from passive fruit.
Passion fruit.
And you do it here in the syrup, and you need crystal sugar to do it. That's the first that you need. Presentation. If it's clear, you sit down. And for the cocktail, we need alcohol. And people can see it.
Yeah.
There's a gin. And these gins, yes, that's my favorite, because you have some like a sugar tasting, sweet tasting after. It's not so strong. And we have also for this one, the bisap. And the people say how I can buy or do it. Just you buy something like this in African shop. That's the bisap flavor, you see? You cooked warm water and you let it like 30 minutes to have the juice. You need ice. You see it? You can do it. You don't need to buy the big one. That's what is what you need. And you need to have a second, you need ginger sap. You see it? And the most important that people sometimes forget is your blender. If you don't have it, it's going to be a little bit difficult. Thus, I'm going to begin with the small one. Thus, you need that one. If you say it's the first time, you can choose. If you say you don't drink so much, you need to have two about that one. Understand? Just one, like this, two. For the big boys and the big one, you can do 4, 6, you can go like you want there. It's me, for me, it's 2 is enough. Maybe for Timo, and I see that he's looking like you can do more, eh? Does he have, you see, it's a very small thing for the beginning. If you say you want more, but it's that one. And for you have the ginger sap, you can do that also, two I don't know, say nipple in English.
2 spoons.
2 spoons. You do that inside, and your bisap, because it's very good together. It's not only the color, but it's the taste. I know that people will say, "What is that?" It's different. It's very good together. You need to do 3, and yeah, and ice. Ice is also same. You can do more 6 of 8 ice block inside in your mix it. You can do that also. You see, it's not so much, eh? But the last one, what you need is the passievruchten. And that one, you need a big one. Very important that you don't use too much alcohol, because if you do something sweet inside, you do it together, if you drink it, you don't feel the alcohol inside because it's very, very sweet. Just I'm gonna blend it. And you need to have this color. And at this decoration, you can use like the biscuit one as decoration. You can do something like this, but you can do everything. You see it, the color?
Wow.
Please, it's with alcohol. That's why I say 2 about the gin. You don't need too much food to have something very delicious. And when you can drink that and as aperitif in begin. If you say because you come home, you drink that one, it's going to give you more energy because you have the taste of ginger inside. You have a smooth and the smell. I'm sorry that you had a camera. Don't want that, sorry. But it's
have a taste.
There's the first one with the beautiful color. If you say to yourself, no, I'm not like, I don't drink gin, it's too strong for me. You have for the lady of the boy, you can use champagne. You see? That's my favorite because I drink only that one, sorry. That one you can use it like 1 glass. You can see, wait. Thank you. You see, there's 1 glass about that. There's a small champagne glass that you need for one that. You don't need more because it's with gas inside. If you do that to the blender, you do too much, you're going to go out. This here we have 1 small glass, and that one you need pineapple. Okay. You see, small one inside. You need ice. 4. You see like this. Can see it? Take 4 inside. Fresh juice. Apple sap, eh? You need another one. You see? Inside. And we're going to blend it. You have is, don't, if you do that, please wait 10 seconds, because if you do it, you're going to be, you have the taste that you see from the the mixer of the pineapple going to sit here. You see it? Wait a little bit. And the last one, you take, you see that? You take a bit passive-Richten, a small one. You do it like this. You take also sugar crystal, and you do it like this. Can see it? It's in the bottom. And you can do like this. And that is your drink with champagne.
Wow.
Something. You see it? Something. That's, you can drink that any moment, but please, if you see the sun, go out the sun, because you're sitting, you drink that is good. If you stay out, I don't know, it's not my responsibility, but is that your champagne cocktail? It's not beautiful? If you have friends, you can do the color like you want it. You see? That's with gin tonic, that's with champagne. But you can change it, you can drink that, you can try this one, the ingredients about this one, you can do that also with whiskey. With whiskey, you can do that also with framboos. I don't mean framboos in English. Hoe zeg je dat framboos in Engels?
I know.
I don't know. Framboos is red fruits.
Raspberries.
Raspberry, but
yeah, raspberry.
From the ice one, not the fresh one. You can do that in a mixer. So it's very. Now we have 2, and now we can do the mocktails. Somebody want to see how we can do the mocktails? Of every people want to stay with alcohol. Iemand wil met mocktails of niet, Frank? Of iemand?
Ja,
Ziba? Of Vera?
Ja, mocktails.
Mocktails? Okay. Okay, the mocktails is normally very easy. Eh? You want to drink? Drink about it, taste that.
It's great.
It's great?
Mm-hmm. A little bit bitter
Yes.
taste from the...
From that one?
From the, okay.
Okay, you want
very
to
good, really.
taste that, because the people want to know how it tastes.
And this one is sweet, very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So the difference in passion fruit, I
Okay.
think.
Right.
Wonderful.
Okay. And now we go for the mocktail. Yes. Because normally for alcohol, it's easy to have a small one, but it's not. But that is easier. You have a big one like this. I think it's 1 liter, something like this. No, yeah, 5 milliliter. 500. If you have that, it's very easy. Here we have 1 liter. You take 500. I can see that. Voila. You see? 500. You need mint. I think it's the same, eh? Mint.
Mint.
You need like, I think I do that with fillings, but you need 4, 5, yeah, this like this. You don't need too much. You see? You need your ginger juice, yes. You need for that one 2, because it's what you can, it's also for the kids. You don't need to have too much.
1
and 2. And that one you need also pineapple, the small one like this. You don't need too much. And now the most important in your cocktails now is not only the ingredient, it's your ice. You can do also with only water, but if you know that the people are coming home, you can do with different juice that you do that in the fridge. With that normally I'm doing that at home. I'm doing that with especially different juice. Here you need more. You need more than one.
How many did you put now?
I'm gonna put 8 now. Now we have 3, 4, 5, yes, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8. Yes, you have it. Yes. Can you see it? Thus, we have juice, normally orange juice, 8 ice blockers, 2 maple ginger sop inside, you do it in. And the last one, you can use for the kids, if it's you can use this one. The
Passion fruit.
Passion?
no, that's
Lemon.
lemon for the taste. But normally I use the fresh one, but for some people need something sweet, it needs one. And this one is easy. You take only 1. Yes. I'm going to be ready. As you see it. And now for the finished touch, what you can do, you can use also meat. I'm doing ananas inside, but I rasp the ananas.
This one.
No, you can you can rasp that, and to do that in the as decoration. You are going to have this taste in your mouth. This is not only that one, and you can do that with pineapple. You can do that with lemon. You can do that with everything. But this, every people want to have another taste. Like this, or if you do a decoration, you can do like you want it. Now it's with that one. You can do it also with lemon. You see it? Very easy. But for the big boy, the big man, you can do a mixture. You can do alcohol like this. Sometimes I'm doing that. If you say that is too sweet, you can put that also inside. Then there was this one, a little bit of things. You have questions about what I'm doing now? If you understand me, if not, I want.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
Are you familiar with soda beer?
Soda beer?
Yes.
I'm not familiar, but it's possible to do something with that. You want to try to do it?
Yeah, because I went a few years ago to Togo.
Yes.
I bought like a bottle of soda beer, but it's so heavy.
Yes.
So maybe if you can advise to make a cocktail out of it, that can help.
But the soda beer is a very apart, it's the fermentation. That is the problem with the soda beer that you don't have in Europe. So you don't need to try it with African fruit with that one. There's now we have peanut apple, but you can do it with mango.
Oh, with mango.
But don't buy the mango from you do it yourself. You mix your mango. You mix it, the juice about your mango, you take it, and you do one soda beer inside, you do ice.
Yes.
And the last one, It's your juice from mango.
So I take the soda bean?
Yeah, a little bit. Just, you don't need to have too much of your, it's like whiskey.
Yes, I know, it's pretty.
Voila, you crush your ice.
Yes.
You have your fresh juice from from mango, a pot, and you little bit like a small glasses from your soda.
On top.
You're gonna see it like this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yes.
This glass, this one is for mango juice.
Yes.
2 about that one, and a full from ice.
Okay, I will try.
Gonna have something else.
Thanks, I will try it.
It's like African woman. You go very slowly. If you do everything too much, it's not good though.
Yeah, but it's a pretty heavy drink, so
That's too heavy. Try it and see me if you're gonna be. They're gonna be very good.
Good.
Somebody else have a question?
No, I was just I just want to say to Frank that if he need the fresh organic mango from next year, he can order from Susie Organic in Brussels.
Voila, that's no better. That's no more better.
Okay, you give your contacts. I will try that.
Yes, Dr. Duru can always give you our contact.
I have your email, Frank, so I'm going to send the recording and also all the contacts.
Yes, that will be very nice. Thank you.
Okay, the last, if you have questions, I have a last mocktails for typically from West Africa. Yes, I want to try with you. Have you other questions of now? Okay. That's with Bissap. Everybody know Bissap, eh? That's this beautiful, yes, hibiscus flowers. This one you need. You need 4 spoons. And you need mint blood, 6 about that. You need 1. Normally, I don't use too much crystals. I choose more from syrup with lemon syrup because he have this all the taste from zuur.
Yeah.
This is that you need 2 about that. See that? You mix that before.
Yeah.
You see, like this. If you do it like this, and that after that, you do only 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't need to do your eyes inside. You can do your eyes after. And this one is very communicative. I have another.
And then we go our taste.
You're gonna sit and drink that. Voila. That was my last one, like you see.
So when can we have a taste of all the flavors? Because it will be good to have a taste of the flavors. When can we have a taste of the flavors?
You're gonna ask to Marie. One day.
Yeah, with COVID, that was the plan. We would have had a taste, but COVID has brought a lot of changes to all of us. That's why we're here doing this via Zoom instead of meeting physically and exchanging ideas and listening to such a wonderful presentation and tasting, but we live in peculiar times. But those that are in Brussels, like Timo mentioned, we have the drinks here. There's BISAP drinks. It will be part of the takeaway food bag. So come to Nekkersdal to pick your bag. We'll be here until much later in the evening. So, yes.
We don't forget, I think that's Maureen, you're going to say something, or if I'm going to say that?
Yes. I think the thing will be for you to ask a question, and then the winner gets that.
Ah.
Yes. Yes.
It's not before, I'm going to say why I'm going to ask the question before, because nobody going to be motivation to say that. If the answer is right,
yes,
we're going to, then you're going to have, you had a winning.
You're gonna have
yeah, you went a month. There's a primary, but ingredients with the typical ingredient. You're gonna have a ginger inside, fresh lemon juice, also champagne inside. Yes, sir. And you're gonna have a small also flavor, so that everything gonna be inside for your first tasting. This I'm going to ask you questions now. Okay.
So, how do you want it? The answers to be written, or
yes, in the chat.
Okay. So, what will happen? We send an email to the winner, or what do you think? How are you going to? You select the winner immediately.
It's me going to select that.
Yeah.
They can send it, but not to the not to the public chat. They send it to the chat Evodia or personal, maybe.
Okay. Okay.
Because otherwise, everybody will see the answers. So if you send it
right.
to personal Evodia or chat, we can see the answers now, and if they are right.
But it's everybody, yes. Okay.
Okay, please note that your response should go to private chat Evodia.
Yeah.
So look up Evodia's name in the chat, so you can send your answer to the question directly to her.
Yeah.
Let me start positioning to be the first one to respond and win.
Okay, now I'm going to ask her. My second cocktails, I know that you know the ingredients, but before that I put the juice, I did something under here. 2 ingredients.
Yeah.
Sugar.
And
don't say that.
In the chat.
In the chat, she was motivated.
I don't know how to do the chat. I've already won the prize.
Yeah, but she was faster anyway, so I couldn't.
It's not like you have.
I think
I've won the. I don't know how to do it, so I've already said the answer, and I was timing, and I took all my time to.
Okay.
I put a lot of effort. Just give me the prize.
No, okay. So we
have to be fair to everyone. And Susan, what you're going to, if you click on your chat, the column will appear to your right. And then you will see the 2, indicating who you're sending the chat to. There you choose Evodia. I hope everyone.
I'm going to ask again the question, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, you ask another question. You have to ask
I first know how to respond because I just missed this one.
Now just try to write something on my chat for person. Normally it is, if you click on the chat, underneath there is something like type a message, but before you type a message, you can you have 2, and you click there and you can choose a person.
Yes, you choose who the message is going to.
Yeah.
My own is just showing to everyone.
No, then,
yeah. So you change everyone to someone.
If you
Evodia.
it will show you all the names, then you choose Evodia.
Okay, I'm gonna have another.
It doesn't matter if it is public or not. The one.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now you need a second question, or it's only one?
The second, you have to give a second.
It was just only one, Dr. Dure. I've won the basket.
I'm gonna give you a possibility, Suzanne, to have the second one. No problem. I'm gonna try it.
The instruction was correct. You said one question in the beginning. We don't have to change it because I won.
Let's see. There can be two winners.
The last one, the last question. What was the last things that I did? I did it.
You added.
No, I did it. No. Everybody see that? That was the last one. What was the finish touch? I said,
Oh my God.
Let me put on my thinking cap.
I haven't done. Okay, so we need 12 answers. No, 11.
Money. Non.
Faut donner un prix de participation. Faut donner le prix de participation.
Le prix de la participation est que vous recevez un panier rempli d'ingrédients de base. Donc, vous allez rester, il y a du gingembre, du citron, du jus d'orange,
Du champagne.
une bouteille de champagne et un sac de fleurs d'hibiscus.
Très bien. Et ça, c'est pour le gagnant.
C'est pour le gagnant.
Mais ceux qui ont participé, mais qui
ceux qui ont participé.
Et qui ont fait faux. Hein? Seulement la champagne?
C'est ceux qui ont participé.
Seulement champagne.
S'il plaît à Dieu, par la grâce de Dieu, je serai là en vrai et je vous donnerai une très bonne présentation avec un très bon cocktail qui aura peut-être votre nom, Zilipa.
Merci. Merci beaucoup.
No, nobody went the second time.
The second time there.
No.
There.
No.
No.
So then we go with Susan.
Yeah.
Hey, Susan.
The prize, I won the prize.
Vera, no. We have, normally have 2 persons.
But are you sure there's only
Yes,
one
because
right
Vera
answer?
was the first person that answered the first.
And to the public.
Yes, Vera said for the first questions was for Vera.
Yeah.
This we have, and Susan was the second moment.
Yeah.
Thus we have to.
I was the first person to say it public. I have to be looking how to type it, and before I found it, somebody has already typed.
The last one, the last juice, I mix it and I did ice. I don't mix the ice inside.
Ah, yes, that's true.
Okay, all right. So the prize, Susan will get a prize. Vera will get a prize. The prize you have there, we go to Vera.
But I have only one pan.
You tell me what's there, and we get Susan's.
Okay.
Yes.
You are right behind me today.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. It was very good to have a moment to share. I think Maureen will end the discussion, but thank you for your presence, and thank you, Ms. Jenab, for the little contest. We hope all to win your prize.
I enjoyed
it. Ms. Maureen. And I wish you everybody to have a good day and a good weekend.
And I hope to see you in live to test it with how we're going to handle that together. I hope so. God bless you, everyone, and thank you very much. Bedankt allemaal en merci à vous et je vous souhaite une excellente journée. Merci.
That was wonderful. After the COVID, we'll be coming for lessons.
I know, I want to come. We're going to handle that really good. I hope so. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for an excellent and entertaining presentation. And congrats to those that won the prize, even though they shouted or they wrote it down. Congratulations. Congratulations to everyone. And I thank all the speakers and the participants and all the partners. We hope that the situation with COVID will improve and that in 2022 we'll be able to meet here in Nekkersdal, eat together, drink together, talk about African food and, you know, listen to people that are contributing to this promotion of African food culture, especially people from the diaspora. As Timo mentioned, since we've been in this session, we have volunteers downstairs that have been packing all the African food ingredients in the takeaway bags, and they are ready. So those that are in Brussels, feel free to come to Nekkersdal to pick your bag. We'll be here until much later in the evening. Thank you, everyone, and have a great weekend. We look forward to seeing you in 2022.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me just say one thing, please. For anybody who needs any organic food from Africa, we are ready to grow. We have about 3,000 hectares of deforested land that we want to start planting fruit trees or food crops, or even the spices that Soul Food Mama was talking about, or the mangoes that Mr. Frank is ready to eat. So we have a vast piece of land. So if everybody needs like, oh, I want like 10 tons of pineapples, you just let us know now so that we can just go and start planting. We'll make sure that your organic food reach you on time. So in case anybody needs any special spices from Africa, Susie Farm is ready to plant.
Thank you very much.
I think it's important, Maureen, if you can say you can share the email addresses of the presenters as well, so we can maybe.
Okay. Yes. Can all the speakers please share your email address before we end, so that people can note your email address?
And Frank, don't forget. I want to know how we tasted it.
Yes.
I will let you know as soon as I have the mango from Susie.
So please share your email addresses and then.
And it's Gmail.
So like coconut, anybody interested in coconut oil can let us know. We have planted about 5,000 coconut trees already, 6,000 mangoes, 5,000 oranges. We keep planting and going.
Okay.
Great.
Dr. Duru, we just planted their Oloyin beans.
Oh, good.
And the Cameroon pepper.
That's strong.
All Food Mama who is doing the special spices. When you put Cameroon pepper to